at the beginning of the pandemic, everything's cut off, right? We had no sports, so taken away from us involuntarily. And I made the assumption that when it came back, that the ratings would go through the roof because people have been cooped up for so long, can't go out, you know, something they love is taken away from them, that kind of thing, right? But the ratings haven't reflected that. Outside the Field of Dreams game this summer, the ratings were fantastic for that. But outside of that, everything, Masters, Olympics, everything's down. And so what I'm worried about, and I think you guys probably are too in your business, is that's going to affect live attendance. And it's certainly going to affect, you know, rating. We'll get into ratings here in a minute, but how worried do we need to be that this thing has gone on so long that fans have found other things to do, and you know we need to convince them to come back, whether that's through streaming services or TV or live events?
I think people did find other things to do, but they are and will come back, but they're going to come back in different ways.
Yeah,
you know, they experience games differently, and we've talked about it at this conference for years now about the fact that sports fans consume sports differently, and I think the pandemic just accelerated all that. And you can be aware of 6 things happening while you're at dinner with friends, watching on your phone, keeping in touch on Twitter and on social media, and then hopefully that drives you back to the live experience, both on television or streaming or in the arena.
Yeah. And thoughts on that?
I wouldn't say everything was down either, because it gave everybody a chance to cover, I wouldn't say new sports for them, like UFC was huge for us. Remember Fight Island? Like that thing was crazy. So that was great. F1 has taken off for us.
Is that surprising? You mentioned that the other day.
The F1 piece?
Yeah.
There's a show on a leading streaming network that I think is helping that.
Yeah.
I think that's really important, because how many people have you heard, including my nephew, who had never watched Formula One in their lives, who watched that show and suddenly got engaged? And it speaks to the importance of storytelling and building stars that we, frankly, had forgotten about doing, because we're so interested in innovating on what the coverage itself looked like. You got to get people to engage with the stars.
And it is experiencing new things. Right? You're sitting at home when there's no, Raptors or Leafs playing. Experiment and try new things.